Hi you guys, my name is Rebecca McAvee and welcome to On Demand with Booty Lab by Becca. This is your home edition and I'm excited to have you here today. So what's going to happen over the course of this month? You're going to be doing 3 to 4 workouts. The fourth one is going to be bonus. 3 of these workouts are going to be total body and that fourth one is of course going to be all about that booty. So stick around. In just a minute we're going to come back and start with our warm-up. All right you guys, we're ready to start our warm-up for today. So all you're going to need is your body for these movements. These exercises are going to be the same dynamic warm-up that we're going to be doing for the entire month. So you'll get to know these exercises for every time you're starting your next workout. All right, so let's start with the first. We're going to do eyes, Ys, and T's. So this is all going to be of your body weight. So hip width, kind of push those hips back slightly. We're going to have thumbs up and we're going to come up right by your face. So we're going to do eyes first. 5. Here we go. Keeping those shoulders down, coming up right by your face and your ears. Good. Once we've got 5, now we're going to spread out into a V. We're going to go 5 of these. Keeping your core tight. Good. Now we're going to thumbs out, T, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Keeping your core tight, getting that body ready and warm. Nice job, you guys. Okay, now we're gonna go into a Romanian deadlift. So stay in your same position. Hands are gonna be nice and close to your thighs. You're gonna be hinging, coming back up, squeezing the glutes. We're gonna do 5 here. Squeeze those glutes to the top. Don't over push your hips. Good job. All right, now we're gonna go down into a tabletop position. The last 2 movements are gonna be on the floor. So we're gonna start with bird dogs. So you're gonna do opposite arm, opposite leg. We're gonna extend the arm and leg, squeeze the glutes at the top. Make sure you're not arching your back. We're gonna do 5 on each side. 3, 4, good. And other side, same thing. Good. Not arching that back at all. Good. All right, last movement is going to be hip mobility. I'm actually going to face forward so you can see this. You're going to start with your right knee. You're going to do circular motions forward. We're going to do 5 of these, opening up that hip as much as we can. And then we're going to reverse it, you guys. Now go back to front. There you go. Good, same thing on the other side. Big movement, as much as you can do in that hip. Doing 5 back. And then reverse it, 5 forward. Good job. All right, we're starting back. We have 3 total sets of this every single time. So we'll start back with the eyes, Ys, and T's. Here we go. Good. Right into the next. Each round you should feel like you're getting just a little bit looser. Good job. Now we're standing up, same position. Hands stay tight. Pushing those hips back, squeezing the glutes to the top. We got 5 here. Job. Nice. All right, now we're taking it down to tabletop position. We'll start with the bird dogs first. 5 on each side. Keeping that core tight. Same thing on the other side. Good. Now hip mobility, big circles. Good. And then reverse it. 5 each way. Keeping those shoulders relaxed. I know it's easy to get tense up there. Last bit. Good job. All right, final set, starting with those I's, Y's, and T's to finish out our warm-up. So you should be feeling pretty loose by now. 5 of each. And that core tight still and breathing. Take your time. Getting that body ready for all the movements that we're going to be doing today. Nice. All right, back down. Stretching those hamstrings out. Nice. All right, tabletop position. Keep with that 5 per side. Breathing. Same thing on the other. Go at your own pace, you guys. All right, last bit. Big circles in that hip mobility. Reverse it. Good job. Other side, same thing. Feeling those glutes start to get warmed up. Last bit. Nice job, you guys. All right, we're good and warm and ready. We're starting back with our first 2 movements in just a second. Okay, you guys, we just finished our warm-up and now we're ready to get into our workout of the day. So we're gonna be starting with a dumbbell bench press, and then we're gonna be going into either a bodyweight banded or dumbbell single leg deadlift. So let me show you the two. If you have limited dumbbells, that is okay. We're gonna focus on getting us up to the highest rep that you can, anywhere between 8 and 12 reps. And then if you do not have something heavier, we'll go into some eccentric movements to make them a little more challenging. So let's start with the bench press first. If you do not have a bench, that is okay. If you have a table to lay on or anything like that, we can do that. Or if you don't have anything, then I would say lay down on your back and still do the same press as we would if you had a bench, okay? So let's start there first. So with your bench press, you're gonna lie back, have the dumbbells in your hands, and you're gonna be bringing your elbows out to the side and then pressing up. So shoulders back, core really tight, and then your inhale, pulling the dumbbells to the side of your chest, exhale, pressing up. Same thing if you're on the floor, you're just gonna have a limited range of motion with that movement, okay? So we're doing 8 to 12 of those for the bench press. For the next movement, you have a few options depending on what you have at home. So I'm gonna show you. First one is gonna be a bodyweight single leg deadlift. So for this one, do not let it fool you. Just because it's bodyweight does not mean that this is not gonna be challenging, okay? So you're gonna start in position. You're gonna try to put as much pressure as you can. So I'm gonna go back with my right, keep my left foot planted on the floor, and I'm gonna reach my arms out as I do this. So reaching out, hinging, and then pulling back in, squeezing those glutes, okay? And if you have to balance, you may not touch the other foot down. If you need to, that's totally fine. So again, here, and then back. All right, so if you wanna make that a little bit more challenging and you say, I have a band, we can do that as well. So with the band, you're gonna place that on one foot, like this. You're gonna start at the top, notice it gets some tension in that band. You're gonna do the same thing, getting tension, and then coming back up. That's gonna add more tension into this movement, okay? Third, if you do have a kettlebell or a dumbbell or some form of weight, then you can go into same movement. Okay, so you have 3 options for that depending on what you have at home, okay? So we're gonna start off with our deadlift, with our bench press first. We're gonna do 8 to 12 reps. So let's get in position and start with round 1. All right, you do as many as you can do. Make sure you're breathing. Here we go. keeping your core really tight, getting through that full range of motion, getting to the side of your chest, locking those arms out. Make sure you're breathing. That's it. You do as many as you can do, 8 to 12. Nice job. Now, if you find that you don't have a lot of weights at home, but you want to make it harder, still keep with that 8 to 12 reps, but slow down the movement and then quick press. Okay, so slower and then quick. That gives you an eccentric movement, which will make the exercise harder without actually having to up your weights, okay? All right, second movement, pick whatever you're gonna be using for this. I'm gonna do the band, I think, today to start, just so you can see that. So remember, we have to do both sides. So we're gonna do 8 to 15 per side. So this is your first round. You don't have to push it to that 15 reps unless you're ready for it and you can do it, okay? We have plenty of weeks to do this, so take your time. All right, here we go, you guys. And each round I'll show you a different one with a weight or with a band or with body weight. So that way you can get an idea. Movement's exactly the same. Take your time. This should not be fast. This movement you cannot go faster on. Slower is better. Good job. This hand, if you don't know what to do, you can put it on your hip. I like to act like I have a weight in that hand. So I'm still taking my time. Doing a nice stretch. You're gonna feel that stretch in your hamstring, you guys. Good. Get one more. Nice job. Okay, you keep going if you need to, anywhere between 8 and 15. I'm gonna go to the other side now. I'll still face this way so you can see me. Same thing. Now you're switching legs. Now one side might feel easier than the other. It's okay. You'll figure out which one is your weaker side, and then I would suggest you starting on that side in the next round. Feeling that deep stretch in the belly of your hamstring. You should not feel anything in your low back. Make sure you're not arching. Keeping that core nice and tight. Squeezing those glutes. Take your time. It's okay if you get off balance, it happens. Good. I'll try 2 more. Keep going. Whatever number, 8 to 15 that you can do. There you go. Nice job, you guys. Okay, that was round 1. We get a rest break. Minimum of 90 seconds here, you guys. That is just a suggestion. Minimum of 90 seconds. We can go up to 2 minutes if you need to rest, and then we'll be back for round 2 in just a second. All right, you guys, we're back for round 2. I'm gonna show you the press from the floor as well for those that do not have a bench available, so you can see how the range of motion is a little bit shorter for this one. Easy way to get back into this, put those dumbbells on your thighs, push your knees up, sit back. All right, now we're gonna go into that press. So you're still turned out just like you would for the bench, and then you're pressing straight up. So shorter range of motion, 8 to 12. If you find that these are easy and you don't have a ton of dumbbells, slow it down. Slow it down. That's it, keep breathing. As many as you can. Keeping that core nice and tight. Notice if you're going and doing the slower movement, how much it burns. It should start to burn that shoulder. Woo! Good job, you guys. Okay, once you've completed the reps that you can, we're going into the second movement. I'm gonna show body weight this time. This is 8 to 15 per side, so single leg deadlift. Here we go. I can promise you these are equally as hard, whether you're using a weight or not. And to make it harder is to really focus on your balance and try not to touch that other foot down. That keeps constant tension as you go into that. You can see I'm really trying to keep as steady as I can. Good job, you guys. Keep breathing. Focus on your form. That is always the most important part about this, is your form. Reps and weight will come. Form is important. Good job. 8 to 15. I just did 10. That takes a while to do, you guys. And when you're ready, you move on to the other side. Same thing. Nice and controlled. Breathing through it, getting that big, deep stretch. That's it. You got it. Just keep breathing. Almost there. Take your time. Feel that deep stretch. I'm gonna go for 2 more. You keep going as many as you think you can. Nice job. All right, you guys. Coming back for the third and final round in just a second. Okay, you guys, we're back for that third round. If you got up to the top of those reps, which is 12, you do have more weight available to you. then feel free to go up in your weight. But keep in mind, you still need to hit that a minimum of 8. So if you're not able to get 8, then you might not quite be ready for that weight yet, okay? So just take your time, don't push yourself too quick, and just focus on your form. All right, third and final. 8 to 12, here we go. Keep your core really tight. Go slow if you need to make it a little bit heavier. You got this. 8 to 12. Keep breathing. Remember that exhale as you press. Big inhale and exhale. Good job. All right, we're moving on to our second exercise, which is that single leg deadlift. So for this last set, I'm going to actually show you with a dumbbell for those that have one, or kettlebell, whatever you have. All right, remember this is 8 to 15. Here we go. Take your time, keep that core tight. That's it, you got it. Just keep breathing. You can see I'm kind of losing my balance a little bit. That's okay, it happens. Once you've got to the top number you can get to, switch to the other side. Same thing. There you go. You got it, you guys. Just keep breathing. This is our final side, final set. Good job. Keep it up, keep it up. Focus on that form. All right, I'm gonna get one more. You keep going if you can keep going. Woo! Nice work, you guys. We have completed the first part of this workout A. We're gonna take a nice rest break, and then we're gonna be coming back in with some Romanian deadlifts and a floor press in just a second. All right, you guys are back and ready to start 2 more exercises. So, first one is gonna be a banded eccentric, which is gonna slow the movement down, Romanian deadlift, and it says RDL probably in your app. So, what is that? You are going to start with a band, whatever band you have above your knee. Okay? So if this is all that you have and you don't have any weights, totally fine. You're gonna have your hands placed on your thighs. You're gonna have about narrow feet, so about hip width apart, and then you're gonna guide yourself slowly down till your hands get just below the knee. So I'm gonna show you. So you're gonna go slow. And then you're gonna stop. Your hamstring's gonna let you know, okay, that's it, that's as far as I can go. And then you're gonna come back up at a regular pace, okay? So again, you gotta soften those knees. Don't lock your legs out, soften those knees. Push those hips back as slow as you can. That's my range of motion. And then come back up. If you do have dumbbells or even one weight, you can use 2 or 1. Same thing, slow, and then back up. Same thing if you have 2, okay? So those are your options. Just keep in mind when you're putting this in your app, make sure you're not doubling the numbers in your app. So if you have 2 dumbbells and they're both 12s, make sure you just put 12 in there in the app so that you can keep track of it, okay? All right, so the next movement is gonna be your floor press. I'm just gonna keep the band on for easy sake right now. You're gonna go into a press. If you did these on the floor for the first set, cool. This is gonna be a little bit different, okay? So range of motion is gonna be limited, yes, but your elbows are gonna be tight to your side. So you're gonna get more tricep, less chest in this one. So you're gonna be here, elbows are gonna be tight to your side, and you're gonna be pressing up for your floor press. Same thing, but not out like we did earlier. If you do not have but one, same thing. Or if you have like detergent or some kind of weight like that, fine, just hold it like this. Same thing, keeping your elbows in tight, okay? So you have several options for that. All right, so we're gonna start off with our first. I'm gonna show you with the band and weights. You're welcome to use both if you want to. So we're gonna go in that eccentric. We're only doing 5 of these, you guys, so take your time. Go really slow, get that tension, push those knees out. All right, 5. Try to do it with me. We'll go nice and slow. Here we go. Keeping your core tight. Get to that in range, kind of pause. One more. Slow. Pause. Good job. Okay. Now we're going to go into our press. So lie down on your back. All right. So remember, elbows are staying tight for this one. We are doing 8 to 12 for the floor press. All right. Here we go. Let's do it. Again, if you don't have a lot of weights, eccentric, slow it down. Keep it up. Remember that exhale. Good job, you guys. That is round 1. Break, and we'll come in back with round 2 in just a second. Okay, round 2, you guys. We're gonna start back. I'm gonna do it with just the band this time. Make sure you keep those hands nice and tight, or if you have weight, same thing. They need to stay tight to those legs, pushing those knees slightly out so we can activate those glutes. All right, here we go, nice and slow. Pause. Pause, good. Pause. Slow, slow, slow. Keep that tension building in that band. Last one. Nice job. All right, we're on to our second, which is that floor press. So if you got up to 12 and you have some weights available and you feel like you can go up, go for it. Go for a little bit heavier weight. Same thing. Focus on your form. You may not get 12 again, that is okay. 8 to 12 is what we're aiming for. All right, here we go. You got it. Keep it up, you guys. Keep those elbows in. Whew, nice job. We have completed round 2. Rest break, and we're coming up on our third and final round of these 2 exercises in just a second. All right, you guys, third and final round. Let's get in position. All right, here we go, nice and slow. Good. Remember that pause at the bottom. Get that in range. Your hamstrings will let you know. Give me just below that knee somewhere. Mid-chin. Keep those dumbbells tight if you're using weight. If you're not, hands should stay really tight too. Knees are pushed out. Nice job. All right, final set on the floor. Keeping those elbows in tight. All right, you guys. Here we go, 8 to 12. There you go. Keep breathing. You got this. Last little bit, you guys. Nice work. All right, you guys, we've completed the first 2 sections. We have one more coming up. So take this break, and we're coming back with some hamstring curls and planks in just a second. All right, you guys, we're back with our final section of this workout. So we have two movements we're gonna go into, hamstring curls and a plank. So you have a couple options with your hamstring curls. If you have like slick floors, or you have either in the kitchen or even some hardwood floors, I would suggest doing this in socks, and you can do hamstring curls there. If you have a ball, like I'm gonna use today, you can also do hamstring curls with the ball, or I'm gonna show you the third option if you don't have either of those, okay? So if you have somewhere that is slick or you have a ball, this is your option. You're gonna be here, you're gonna bridge up if you have the ball, squeeze your glutes really hard, you're gonna extend your legs all the way to straight, and then you're gonna pull it back under, okay? Trying to keep the glutes up and squeeze. If you have a surface floor, because these are gonna be harder because you're lower to the floor, you're probably not gonna get as many reps, so just take your time with these. You're gonna go up again, extend your legs straight, and then tuck under, okay? If you have a hard time with pulling both feet at the same time, no worries, just pull in one at a time, not a problem, okay? Third option, if you don't have either of those, we're gonna go into a walkout. So you're gonna be squeezing up, and then you're gonna walk out till your legs are straight, and then you're gonna walk back in. Okay, it's gonna take you a little bit more time, but still the same reps, okay? 10 to 20. All right, second exercise is gonna be our plank. You're gonna come in, everybody can do this together. What I will tell you is, if you're not super strong at plank yet, start with that 20 seconds. 20 seconds is more than enough time, especially at the end of this workout. So just make sure you start on your forearms, squeeze everything together nice and tight, and we're gonna hold that for 20 to 60 seconds that we'll do together, okay? All right, so let's start with the first thing, hamstring curls. So figure out which one you're gonna be doing, and we're gonna get in position and do that, okay? All right, I'm gonna be using the ball today. 10 to 20, these will burn in those hamstrings. We already worked them earlier in this workout, so just be very mindful of that. All right, here we go. Squeeze up. You go at your own pace, take your time, minimum of 10. If you're doing the walkout one, it's gonna take you a little bit longer. Do not worry, you take your own time, you get as many as you can do. Good job, you guys. I'm starting with 10 there. You do as many as you are capable of doing in this first set. Work as hard as you can do. All right, you guys, so once you're ready, I'm gonna start the timer, and we're gonna go together. I'm gonna give us 10 seconds on the clock. We're gonna all get into our planks together. I'll say out loud when we're at 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You guys got this. 20 to 60 seconds, 10 seconds on the clock. I'm gonna start with 20 to 30. You guys push yourself as much as you can do, okay? All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, we're up. All right, you're bracing your abs, everything's tucked, legs are locked. We're breathing. And if you're doing all those things, your body's gonna be shaking like mine already is. So just breathe. We're at 15 seconds, you guys. If you're stopping at 20, we are there now. If you're stopping at 20. If you're going to 30 with me, keep going. 25 seconds, you're doing great. That's 30, I'm gonna go for 40. You got this. That's 40, keep going if you're going. Breathe, keep your core nice and tight. You got this, fight through it. You're at 50, you have 10 more seconds if you're hanging in there for 60. Keep squeezing your glutes, keep focusing on your form. We're done in 3, 2, 1, and relax, you guys. Good job if you made it to 20, all the way up to 60. You worked really hard. All right, this is gonna be a little quicker rest break, 60 seconds, and we're coming back in for round 2 with those hamstring curls. All right, you guys are back for round 2. I'm going to go into the walkouts with anybody that does not have a ball or a slick surface. So we're going to do those just so you make sure you feel like you're doing those correctly. So core nice and tight, minimum of 10. 10 is going to be a lot, especially when you're going really slow for these, okay? All right, you guys, 10 to 20. Here we go. Walking those feet out till they're straight, walking them back in. Walking them out, walking them back in. Keep the glutes squeezed. Squeeze those glutes. Good job. Squeeze. That's it, you guys. You got this. I think this is 9 for me. You keep going, 10 to 20. Woo! Nice work, you guys. Keep going if you're heading up to 20. For those of you who are done, just breathe for a second, and then we're gonna go into that plank again. Fight for as long as you can in this plank. So whatever time you got the first time, you got 20 seconds or 30 seconds, try to get that again. You may not, because you are starting to fatigue as we get to the end of this workout. So just take your time and do the best that you can, okay? We got about 15 seconds and we're starting for our second plank. 10 seconds. Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right. Just breathe. I'll let you know when we get to 20. Unless you have your own timer, which is totally fine. 10 seconds, you guys. I'm already shaking. If you're stopping at 20, we are there. If you're going to 30, hang with me. I'm shaking like a leaf. We're at 30. I'm gonna try for 40 again. Squeeze. You're at 40, we're stopping now. That's 40, keep going. If you're going to 50, you got this. We're cheering you on. Come on, hold it in there and breathe. We're at 50, you have 10 seconds. You can do this. Come on, keep squeezing. You have 5 seconds, almost there. 3, 2, 1, and relax, you guys. Woo, you've earned this rest break. 60 seconds, our final round is coming up. All right, you guys, this is our third and final round. So pick whatever you're gonna be using. You're gonna use a ball, slick surface, or just your body weight walking out, okay? 10 to 20, last set. All right, you guys, here we go. Squeeze those glutes, that's really important. Keep your core really tight here so you don't feel anything in that low back. If you're starting to get fatigued, you need to come down to reset, totally fine. Just make sure you're bridging back up. You got it. If you're like me, you might have to keep choking up on your ball a little bit because it's sliding away. It's not gonna be perfect. You got this. Whew. Nice job, everybody. Keep working if you're working up in those reps. 10 to 20 reps. You got this. Just keep going. Focus on your form. Remember, we got plenty of weeks to get through this, so do the best you can today. All right, we're going to start in about 15 seconds in our last plank. Aim for that time again. I'm going to aim for 40 if I can again. So we're going to try. You guys get in position. We have 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, this is our last plank, you guys. You worked really, really hard. Breathe. Focus. Everything squeezing. Nice and tight. We're almost at 20, you guys. Almost there. We're at 20 seconds. Good job if that's 20. That's you. You worked hard. We're going up to 30 in just a second. All right, we're at 30 if that's you. Whoever's coming with me to 40, you got this. That's 40. Keep going if you're going to 50. You got it. Come on. Keep breathing. Core tight. That's 50. 10 more seconds. You're going through that minute. Hang in there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo, good job, you guys. You've worked really, really hard in this workout today. Now we're gonna take our time to let our heart rate come down and stretch and go into a cool down next. All right, you guys, now we're gonna cool down and stretch and let our heart rate come down. So we're gonna start first down on our stomach. We're gonna lift up, pressing through those arms, extending that head. If that feels uncomfortable for you, you feel any low back, you can come down to your forearms. Same thing, just a little bit less tension on your back. Pull those shoulders down and away, and just breathe. Hold that position and stretch. You worked hard today, so now you need to make sure that you recover and take the time to let that heart rate come down. Good. Okay, so now we're going to go into a tabletop position, and we are going to go into a back stretch. So you're going to thread your arm. So we're going to start with the left arm, thread that arm through, down to the shoulder, head's on the floor. You're going to take your other hand, press away from you, getting a nice stretch. You may crack your back a little bit, and pull, kind of push away, breathe. Hold that as long as you feel like you need to. Just relax. And then whenever you're ready, we're gonna go to the other side, same thing. Thread that other arm through, down to the shoulder, press away. Breathing through that motion, breathing through that stretch. Good. Okay, when you're ready, we're gonna come to tabletop. We're gonna push back into that downward dog. So push those hips back, and then make sure you pull those shoulders away from your ears. Pedal those legs here, stretching out those calves and hamstrings because we worked those really hard today. Stretching out. Do as many as you need to at whatever pace feels good to you. Nice job, you guys. Now we're gonna face forward. You're gonna have one leg straight. I'm gonna start with my right leg crossed over. We're not twisting. We're gonna pull the knee up into the chest as tall as you can, okay? You're supposed to feel this in your glute. If you can't feel it, that's fine. Just take that heel and get it a little bit more to that hip and squeeze it and sit up as tall as you can, okay? Just hold and breathe. And then when you're ready, we'll switch to the other side, same thing. Keeping that leg tight to you, keeping as tall as you can. You want to have good posture in this. Good. Nice job, you guys. All right, so this last one, you have a few options. You can go into your pigeon stretch if you like that one, which is here. Just make sure you keep your hips squared straight ahead. So use those hands to help you with that. Or you can also go into a crossover on your back. So here, push away. And then also you can grab if you want to, or if you have somewhere to put your foot up to give you a little bit of stability, then push away. That gives you a little more stretch in that hip as well. So pick whichever one feels like a deep enough stretch for you. All work great. And then switch when you're ready. Final side, holding that position. Thank you guys so much. Had a great workout. Be back for our second workout soon. See you next time.